Flight TR219 remained a mystery for over 30 years, an aircraft lost to the Arctic, leaving no trace, no wreckage, no distress call, just silence. Then, in early 2024, scientists made an unexpected discovery beneath the ice. The missing plane had finally been found, but what lay beside it raised even more questions. What did they uncover? Could this mystery reshape what we know about history and survival? The findings are both fascinating and puzzling. Let's start. The Disappearance of Flight TR219. On Christmas Eve 1991, Flight TR219 carried 150 passengers and crew across the Arctic skies. Families eagerly anticipated reunions, children dozed off dreaming of Christmas morning, and parents held on to brightly wrapped gifts. The flight crew, led by Captain Daniel Henderson, had made this journey many times. But that night, nature had other plans. A powerful storm with 100-mile-per-hour winds and heavy snowfall battered the plane, reducing visibility to nearly zero. The aircraft trembled, cabin lights flickering as turbulence worsened. At 11:15 p.m., Captain Henderson's urgent voice crackled over the radio. "Severe turbulence, engine failure, immediate assistance needed." Then silence. Flight TR219 disappeared from the radar. No distress signal, no coordinates, it's just an empty screen. Concern spread through the aviation community. Within hours, emergency teams launched a large-scale search. 8 planes scoured the Arctic skies, while 4 icebreakers navigated the frozen waters. Yet, extreme conditions made the mission challenging. Days turned into weeks, and despite extensive efforts, no wreckage or signals were found. After 600 hours of searching, all leads reached a dead end. 1 month later, the mission was officially suspended. Flight TR219 had seemingly vanished, becoming one of aviation's greatest mysteries. How could a 150-ton aircraft disappear without a trace? Did it sink beneath shifting ice, or was it buried deep within a glacier, hidden for decades? What do you think happened to Flight TR219? Was it buried beneath the ice, or is there a more mysterious explanation? Let us know your thoughts. For over 30 years, the Arctic kept its secret. Families waited for answers, and experts debated possibilities. Then, in 2024, a discovery changed everything. Scientists uncovered something so unexpected that it challenged previous theories. What did they find? And how does it reshape what we thought we knew? The answers may be more surprising than anyone imagined. Discovery in 2024, satellite images unveil the unexpected. In January 2024, Michael Blackwood sat in his research center in Anchorage, carefully studying the satellite images spread out on his desk. The thermometer outside read -28 degrees Celsius, but the Arctic chill seeped through the thick walls of the lab. After 30 years of working in the north, he had seen plenty of strange things. But these images made his heart race. A high-resolution satellite unexpectedly detected a metallic structure buried deep in the ice. Dr. Blackwood. Amanda No, a young radar specialist, burst into his office. "Check out the new thermal imaging data. You have to see this." Her hands trembled slightly as she laid down the new printouts. "There's something unusual going on here. Check out the temperature patterns around the formation. These paths, they almost create a perfect network around the site." Michael carefully examined the data. The size and shape of the structure closely matched the missing TR219. But there was something else, something strange about the ice surrounding the area. It was as if an unknown force had been moving along the same paths for decades, creating a complex pattern deep in the ice. One of the most significant Arctic research missions in recent years was launched within a week. The team included top-tier experts: Jack Morrison, an engineer with 20 years of experience in polar conditions; Catherine Walsh, a leading expert on survival in extreme environments; and a group of 30 technical specialists. Time was a crucial factor as the rising spring temperatures threatened to bury the TR219 site forever under layers of melting snow. Over 80 tons of equipment were transported across the frozen landscape to the site. 4 heavy-lift helicopters worked around the clock to deliver life support units, generators, drilling equipment, and essential supplies. The camp was set up in just 18 hours, a remarkable scientific outpost amid the icy silence. This wasn't just a crash site, it was something far more mysterious. And soon, scientists would find out they weren't the only ones watching. Before exploring, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? The Arctic wildlife, the lynx Enigma. The Arctic is home to formidable predators, wolves, polar bears, and wolverines, each adapted to its brutal conditions. But what Catherine Walsh discovered near the remote site defied all logic. A biologist with over 20 years of experience studying predator behavior in extreme environments, Walsh had seen many unusual things, but nothing prepared her for the footprints she found in the fresh snow. At first, she assumed they belonged to a polar bear, but they were too round, too precise, lacking claw marks. Then it hit her. These were lynx tracks. It made no sense. Lynxes don't live this far north. They thrive in dense forests, not endless ice fields. Yet the evidence was undeniable. The prints were massive, circling the remains of the site. For 3 days they appeared near the excavation area, weaving through the research camp, but no one had seen the creature that left them. Then, on the 4th morning as dawn broke through the icy mist, they appeared. 3 enormous lynxes stood on a ridge, their silver-white fur shimmering in the pale light. A mother and her cubs, silent, watching. Walsh whispered, "Unbelievable, they're huge, and they're not afraid of us." Each day the lynxes returned, their movements precise, as if they were patrolling the site. But why? Why would a predator, unknown in this region, be drawn to a plane that was lost 30 years ago? That night a brutal storm swept in. Winds howled. The temperature plummeted to -45 degrees Celsius. Amanda No, the radar specialist, was returning from the generator station when a sharp crack split the air. The ice beneath the station gave way. Hundreds of pounds of machinery began to tip. Straight toward her. She had no time to react. Then, from the swirling snow, a blur of silver shot forward. The mother lynx rushed toward Amanda, pushing her away just as the generator crashed where she had stood moments before. For a moment, Amanda lay stunned. The lynx's warm body pressed against hers, its breathing steady. It wasn't attacking, it had saved her. Then, as suddenly as it had appeared, the lynx stepped back, meeting her gaze. In its eyes was something she had never seen in a wild animal before. Then it was gone, vanishing into the storm. The team rushed to Amanda's side. She was shaken, but unharmed. As she sat up, she whispered, "It saved me." No one spoke, because deep down, they all knew. This wasn't normal animal behavior. At first, they seemed like just another Arctic predator, but what happened next would challenge the very limits of what we know about animal intelligence, and even, some would say, the supernatural. Excavation and the Unsettling Discovery, 2 teams worked in shifts, using special gear to melt the ice. Every hour, the temperature sensors showed a slow but steady rise. Spring came quickly, raising the risk of turning the excavation site into a lake of melting water. The first breakthrough happened at a depth of 20 meters. The tail of the plane emerged from the ice, and while the metal had dulled over time, the faded airline logo was still visible. Amanda was the first to notice something strange. The ice around the hull of the ship, it looks off, like someone has been walking on these paths for years. The Lynx appeared every morning with remarkable consistency. Its behavior was puzzling. They methodically surveyed the area around the holes, marking dangerous parts of the ice with deep scratches and signs. And sometimes it seemed like they were intentionally drawing people's attention to certain spots. That evening, the first incident occurred. A sudden gust of wind took out the main generator's attachments. The massive structure tipped over, threatening to fall on Amanda. Out of the falling snow, the big Lynx leaped forward just in time, nudging Amanda aside before the generator crashed onto the ice. "This is impossible," Amanda said later, her voice trembling. "It saved me on purpose." Did you see her eyes? There was something deeply intelligent about them. The work was ongoing around the clock. The team set up powerful floodlights that reflected off the icy walls, casting spooky shadows. The special equipment used to melt the ice was running at full capacity. 12 pumps were continuously working to drain the melting water, which, at these low temperatures, froze almost immediately again, forming a new layer of ice. Jack Morrison led the technical side of the operation. His team came up with a unique reinforcement system to prevent the ice column walls from collapsing. In one of the meetings, he admitted, "We've never seen ice formations like this before. These strange channels and cavities. It feels like someone's been digging tunnels here for decades." What if I told you this isn't the only mystery in the Arctic? Hit that like button and subscribe for more eerie, unexplained discoveries coming soon. But despite all precautions, something about this excavation site didn't feel right. Strange patterns in the ice suggested that something or someone had been moving through it for years, and soon they'd find evidence that would send chills down their spines. The flight attendant's diary and the survivor's story. A week later, the team reached the passenger cabin. What they found was haunting. Time seemed frozen. Coffee mugs stuck to tables, half-read magazines lay in seats, and a child's doll stared blankly from the hallway. The most shocking find was flight attendant Sarah Parker's diary, tucked in a first-class seat. Her entries revealed the survivor's struggle. December 25, 1991, out of 150 passengers, only 28 survived. They huddled at the front of the plane for warmth. Captain Henderson organized shifts and food, but strange noises outside hinted they weren't alone. December 27th, the temperature dropped to minus 52 degrees. 4 lost their lives due to the extreme cold. A teenage girl, Jane, kept asking about her mother, but no one had an answer. December 28th, something astonishing happened. Fresh Arctic rabbits appeared at the plane's entrance, as if left there on purpose. Mysterious cats with glowing eyes watched them at night, not as hunters, but as protectors. December 30th, 11 more people succumbed to the freezing temperatures. The cold was unbearable, and fuel was running low. Without these creatures bringing food, they would all be gone. January 2nd, 1992, only 12 remained. The lynx were still there, moving like ghosts through the snow. The mother lynx even brought her kittens closer. January 10th, only 5 remained. The lynx continued to bring food, and one even sat beside a weak woman to keep her warm. Sarah realized these animals weren't just surviving alongside them, they were helping. January 15th. Sarah was the sole survivor. The lynx still watched over her. She no longer felt cold. They had taught her something. No one should be alone in this silent, frozen world. She felt an unexplainable connection to them. Reading the diary left the team uneasy. Jack Morrison dismissed it as delusions of a weak mind, but Catherine Walsh, an Arctic predator expert, wasn't so sure. She had never seen a lynx behave this way. Meanwhile, the excavation site was becoming unstable. The ice was melting rapidly and cracks were forming. By mid-February, disaster struck. A sudden temperature spike caused the ice to shift, shaking the site apart. Evacuation turned chaotic as 3 team members were cut off. "You won't make it out there!" Amanda screamed through the storm. Then, through the blizzard, a lynx appeared, moving with certainty. The mother lynx and her young led the stranded team across an invisible bridge over the abyss, the only path that held firm. Could it be possible that these creatures had been watching, even protecting, the stranded survivors? The next discovery would blur the line between science and something else entirely. Catastrophic ice shift and Lynx-Guided rescue. Finding those diaries left the team with mixed feelings. Jack Morrison emphasized, "This is just the ramblings of a dying person." But Catherine Walsh wasn't so sure about that. She'd been studying predators in the Arctic for 20 years and had never seen anything like the behavior of this lynx. The work went on, but each day it was getting warmer. The ice was melting faster than the team could keep up with. Cracks were starting to form in the walls of the holes. Michael Blackwood pushed to speed things up, knowing they only had a few days left. Then, in mid-February, disaster struck. A sudden temperature rise caused the ice to shift. A massive crack tore through the excavation site, threatening to swallow the plane and the people. Evacuation started in a panic, but 3 team members got cut off from the rest of the camp because of the opening crack. "You're not going to make it out there," Amanda yelled as she fought her way through the snowstorm. Then something unbelievable happened. A lynx emerged from the storm, moving with complete confidence. The mother lynx led the way, with her little ones following closely behind. They guided the stranded team across an invisible bridge over the abyss, the only safe path that wouldn't collapse under their weight. Do you think these lynxes were just highly intelligent animals, or was there something more, something beyond our understanding? Drop your theories in the comments. Then, when all hope seemed lost, the impossible happened. Out of the storm came a guide, one they never expected. The final discovery and the scientific revelation. In late February, the team made a remarkable discovery in the plane's cargo hold, a container with scientific equipment and a meteorologist journal from Flight TR219. His final entry, dated December 23, 1991 at 10:15 p.m., described inexplicable atmospheric phenomena and abnormal instrument readings. Next to the journal, they found a camera with a single image, a blurry shot of a massive lynx glowing in the northern lights. On the book's back cover, in shaky handwriting, were the words, "They are the guardians of this place. They know more than we can comprehend." By early March, time was running out. The spring thaw made excavation difficult, turning the site into a race against the clock. The lynxes, sensing the urgency, appeared more frequently, behaving strangely. "This lynx isn't just smart," Catherine admitted in an interview. "It remembers." On the final day, as the team prepared for evacuation, the ice melted rapidly, making the site unstable. Suddenly, Amanda noticed a mother lynx drawing attention to one cub. Tracking the animals, the team stumbled upon a hidden chamber containing a sealed container filled with crew logs and passengers' belongings, one last gift from the guardians of the crash site. As the last helicopter lifted off, Michael Blackwood saw 3 silver figures standing on the cliff, their silhouettes outlined against the snow. They had watched the survivors 30 years ago and now watched the team depart. Today, a modest memorial stands at the crash site. Flight/TR219, December 24, 1991. Here, amid the Arctic ice, we learn that compassion knows no boundaries between species. The site has since become a hub for researchers studying the Arctic lynx's unique behavior. Rare sightings confirm they still roam, like silver ghosts among the ice, guarding the land where nature once revealed its secrets. Catherine Walsh's groundbreaking research on the TR219 lynx challenged long-held beliefs about animal cognition. What we found goes beyond survival. These creatures displayed empathy, a trait once thought uniquely human. Even in the harshest conditions, a bond formed, one built on pure compassion. And on rare nights when the northern lights dance across the Arctic sky, their silhouettes still appear as eternal watchers, honoring the past and reminding us that true compassion knows no bounds. Coincidence? Or were these creatures far more than just Arctic predators? Scientists would leave with more questions than answers, but one truth was undeniable. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the latest video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.